grateful, I'm thankful, I'm appreciative, and it's an honor. I say that in reflection of not only of myself, I say that in reflection of us. Because although it takes me to do it, or it takes somebody to do it, and that somebody happen to be me, it takes you to make it complete. So, in that sense, without you, there is no me. And without us, there is no we. And that's what makes community. So, thank you to the Cosmic Consciousness Family and Soul Tribe. Thank you to the new subscribers. And thank you for the peekaboos and passerbys. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. And thank you for those of you. And thank you to those of you who share the message to expand this community. I appreciate y'all. I want to get that out the way off rip. You hear me? When it comes to change, first of all, happy 2-day. Happy 2-day to everybody. Happy 2-day to everybody. And happy 2-day for everybody. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. I couldn't find my scepter. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Happy 2-day to everybody. It just happened to be Sunday, so happy supercharged Sunday to everybody. I'm feeling supercharged. You hear me? I've been up with the birds. You hear me? And some birds up earlier than others, so I've been up with the early birds. Those that be up at 3, 4. You hear me? In between 3, 4, and 6 in the morning. You hear me? So I've been running on ether. You know, caught the sun coming across when it decided to show its face. Caught the sun coming across. You hear me? Powered up. So I'm feeling good right now. I hope everybody feeling good right now. Wherever you may be, I hope you find yourself vibrating, operating, emanating, exuding, and in the highest exhilarance of your most beautiful self. You hear me? You heard? I got a new deck too, so I got a reading for us. You know, I saved them up and everything, but I ain't bust them up. We gonna bust it out together. You hear me? But I don't know everything. But sometimes I feel like I know too much. Any of y'all ever felt like that? You know, nobody know everything, and I think that's by divine design for a reason. Cause if one person know it all, the whole world would be in trouble. You hear me? So it was portioned out, as it was portioned out the same way we portioned out, the way we portioned out. Even though even though we're a singular person, you know, of singular persons that make up a collective. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. You hear me? Cause I be going places. You heard? Yeah, I believe. I don't think I know everything, but I think I know too much. You know, at least at times. You know, even at times where I feel like I wish I ain't know what I know. You know, but once you see, you can't unsee. So it come with the walk. But I don't believe you can never know too much. You hear me? Because in some cases, it's lifesavers. You know, it's a lifesaver. And in some cases, you know, it's what caused to be in a life-threatening situation. You hear me? But if you know, you know. But I don't believe you can ever know too much. Because if you know it, whatever the reason may be behind what you know and your need to know it, it's for a reason, even if you don't know that reason. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. You know, it sounds like a riddle. It sounds like a trick. Some call it parables, and it is. Some call it metaphors, and it is. Some call it a proverb, and it is. You know, because you gotta go behind what's being said to get the meaning. But it sounds like a Jedi mind trick, and it is, because we've been trained a long time to be mind trick. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. But that time over with, because a lot of us don't figure some things out. You know, a lot of us don't did some development, some self-development. A lot of us don't did some inner work. A lot of us don't did some inner fitness. A lot of us don't did some emotional health. you know, don't got some emotional health in, you know, been through dark nights of the soul, you know, did more shadow work, been through dark nights of the soul, did more shadow work. A lot of us don't been through that process though, you hear me? And to figure some things out, you know, not only about the world around us, you know, and the world that's an extension of us, but about ourselves, the world that we are. You hear me? Each and every one of us, in order to master ourselves, and all us in different places, even though all us in different places, you know, in the accomplishment to do that. You hear me? And it ain't never no top, you know. I want to salute us that has started. I want to salute us that is on the way, you know, on our way, wherever we at on our path, you know, to the top of ourselves. You know, I want to acknowledge us. You hear me? We matter. You know, to master ourselves, we have to master our mind. You hear me? And like I said, I don't know everything, you know, but I do feel like I know too much. And at least when it comes to what I've been through, you hear me? I've been through enough to know that. I don't know everything, but I know too much. And in saying that, I say that to say, I don't need no experiences that I already experienced. And if anything that I said resonate with you, and you hear it as it come, you hear me? You hear it as it come off the cup, then I'm sure you find yourself agreeing that you don't need no experiences that you already experienced. Well, ain't no need for us to still be in the loop. We ain't had enough experiences already to know what we need to do to get right. You hear me? So, in all I do, because it take me to do it, because I can't say I for you. So in all I do, that I do for me, I do it for you too. You hear me? Whatever you that may be on the other side of this message, you know, I'm selfish enough to be selfless enough to know what I'm doing for me can assist somebody else, can help somebody else, could be a comfort to somebody else. Because everybody ain't here to tear us down. And I'm glad to be, and it's an honor to be one of those persons that ain't here to tear us down. Even though I may talk about some uncomfortable things, even though I may use some toxic things, you know, to bring higher things to light, even though I may talk about karmic situations we don't experience and live through, you know, family, friends, associates, co-workers, whoever, you see, cause energy don't have no clothes, but it's covered up with people. You hear me? And then people put on clothes. So if we're a person of appearance, then what I'm saying right now won't probably even resonate with you. It may be some more learning, some more maturing, some more growing up to do. But this to the spiritual minded. You hear me? It's for anybody, but it's for the spiritual minded. Material minded, closed minded, pessimistic the mind. This ain't gonna even register. It's vibrating too high. I wore these colors for a reason. Ultraviolet, supercharged Sunday. You hear me? Yeah. But and all I do for me, I do for you too. You know, I can't make it count for you. Only you can, but I do it for you too. You hear me? And that's all we ever do. That's all we ever did. Before you got here and since you got here. And what you gonna birth here if we don't already have kids. It's all we ever did. You know? And it's all we gonna ever do. Whether we conscious of it or not. You hear me? And you doing the same thing right now. Even while listening to me, whether you know it or not. You hear me? It's better to be aware. You hear me? Because we all connected. I said all that to say that, because we all connected, you hear me? So, and in that connection, that don't mean you not you and I'm not me. You still who you is and I'm still who I am. But the same force that's in me is the same force that's in you. So what make us different outside of what cover it up? and how we use that force that's in you, that's also in me. This all the masters before us, you know, that did get it, was trying to tell us through the religious systems, you see, that speak about the things that they do concerning those who were deemed as masters of life. You hear me? But like I said, that don't mean you not you and I'm not me. We still who we are, and that don't mean that they not them either. You know, we still who we are, singularized in this plurality. Y'all feel me? We all connected. You know, and it's a need to stay in remembrance of that. You know, we all connected to the point that it's just the spirit or the energy or the divine or whatever you know it as, using this flesh right now to communicate a message through me so that it can reach to you. You hear me? You heard? This is how it works. You know, these words are intended to reach who they supposed to reach. So the soul tribe gonna show up. You know, you ain't gotta look for who's supposed to be in your life. Just get in line, and who's supposed to be in your life gonna show up. The soul tribe gonna show up. You hear me? So 1 by 2, 2 by 4, 4 by 8, 8 by 12. You know, we're gonna continue to grow. We're gonna continue to expand. We're gonna continue to advance. We're gonna continue to evolve, and we're gonna continue to keep spinning. Because once you start wobbling, once you slow down, you start wobbling, and once you start wobbling, you know, it might be checkout time, but we ain't trying to check out. It ain't time to check out for many of us right now. You hear me? I can't tell you how the divine communicate with you. That's what your experiences have been showing you. The same way my experiences have been showing me how the divine communicate with me. You hear me? Whatever that may be to us, that's what's been happening with everybody. Now, how well we pay attention is a whole nother thing. You hear me? But our experiences was designed for that purpose and that purpose alone, to make sure we all get tapped in. But in the process of life trying to tap us in, a lot of us got flipped outside ourselves. You hear me? And if you didn't get flipped inside out, your experience has been your master teacher, just like mine. You hear me? And with that, change everything. You heard? Yeah. Life require it. Try life to grow, change everything. But where you at with it? Where you at with change? Where you at with growth? Where you at with appreciation? Where you at with gratitude? Where are you at with thankfulness? Where are you at with forgiveness? Where are you at with knowledge? Where are you at with wisdom? Not that you already know that you don't have. Where are you at with healing? Where are you at with truth? Where are you at with peace? Emotional balance? Where are you at with mental awareness? How aware are you of yourself? Where are you at with energetic stability, controlling your energy? And controlling your energy is controlling your temperament. You hear me? And where are you at with patience? In other words, where are you at with yourself? You hear me? When it comes to working on you, where are you at with it? Your life. Do it mean everything to you? Because my life mean everything to me. You hear me? Because I wasn't supposed to make it this far. And many of y'all wasn't needed, but you did. But why? For what purpose? For what reason? You hear me? While we marinate on that, let me find us a card for the read, and I'm gonna close on out. You hear me? Inner Child. It's an Inner Child Oracle deck. This ain't no witchcraft for all y'all spook-minded people who gonna show up. This ain't no witchcraft. This is an Oracle deck. You hear me? Your ultimate healing comes from within. So it's a message. It's a message on each and every one of these cards that we can use for that healing. You hear me? Inner Child Oracle deck. For those who want to know. Cause they ain't got nothing to hide. You hear me? We do a little shuffle. Like I said already, I already saved them up and everything. I just had, you know, mess with the cards other than that. Yeah, but everything come through my door gotta get saved. If you come through my door, you getting saved too. You better know it. You hear me? Real talk. I'm gonna keep it all the way 10 toes down with you. You come through my door, you getting saved too. Rather I save you personally, or it's already in the air. You hear me? but what don't live here won't come in here. You hear me? Believe that. That's how we get down. There it is. Review your responsibilities. It's the call for the day. And it seemed like, before I even get off into it seemed like it's coinciding with the message that I already spoke. You hear me? That I was led to speak. Review your responsibilities. We're gonna see what it's talking about right quick. Review your responsibilities. Oh, that's easy. Yeah, I like how she got them numbered. It's easy to find a page. I ain't got to flip and this and that like the last Oracle Cadet was doing. Review your responsibility. Number 28. 28 become 10, and 10 become 1 in numerology. Number 1 is about everything about self, how you view yourself, how you value yourself. Your confidence, you know, it represent the sun card in Tarot. You hear me? Review your responsibilities. Where are you at with it? Where are you at with yourself? Not all responsibilities are ours to hold. That's what it says. Taking responsibility is binary in nature. That means it got two sides to it. And like a coin, there will always be two sides to it. On one side, if the responsibility is not ours to hold, it can be draining and harmful. On the other side, if the responsibility is ours to hold, it can be very empowering. You gotta know what's yours and what ain't. There are certain aspects of ourselves that only we can be responsible for. Otherwise, we are giving our personal power away. I want to repeat that. There are certain aspects of ourselves that only we could be responsible for. I can't say I for you. I can only say I for me. You hear me? Otherwise, we are giving our personal power away. Moreover, if we hold responsibility for another person, it can hinder their growth. It can hinder their growth process, part self, and possibly damage our relationship with them. So that's saying we all need to allow people to be who they are, wherever they at. Even if it's disagreeable to who we are and where we at, we need to be able to love people enough, even if we have to leave them alone, in love, to be who they are, where they at. You hear me? Because anytime we are where we at, when we find ourselves there, we there for a reason. And ain't nothing that could be said, ain't nothing that could be done to get us out of where we find ourselves comfortable at until we're willing to see the uncomfortability of being there. You hear me? If you have pulled this card, then there might be an imbalance in your life regarding responsibilities. Inner work exercise. And before I go into the inner work exercise, I want to repeat that one more time. If we have pulled this card, then there might be an imbalance in your life regarding responsibilities. Now, whether it is or not, take a moment at some point to pause and reflect to see if there is. And if it ain't, don't force one to be there. You hear me? And if it is, don't force yourself to do something about it. Just take action to do something about it. I don't know who needed to hear that. You hear me? Inner work exercise. Take some time today to practice responsive journaling. I used to always say bring a pen and a pad, but if I gotta say bring a pen and a pad when y'all see me show up and drop a video, then you already don't miss so much, because I'm gonna say something that gonna make you think. I'm gonna say something that brings some things to mind. I'm gonna say something that take you to a timeline in your life to show you some things about yourself through whatever portion of your life it show you about yourself. You hear me? This is what we doing. So, you know, for those who hear this in the future, have a pen in the pad when y'all know y'all gonna tap in, because the spirit that move through me gonna spark something in the things that I say to you. You hear me? And you can't remember everything. So start having a journal. We need to do that. We need to have a little pad, you know. And I don't trust the phone, cause if the phone get damaged, then there it go. They all go all the material. They go all your journaling. They go all your music, so forth and so on. I know we need technology for the things that we need some technology for, but listen, it's still cool to write some things down. You hear me? I don't know for whoever needed to hear that. Take some time, So take some time today to practice responsible journaling. First, by asking yourself if you have given away your power by not taking responsibility for something. And second, by asking yourself if you are carrying something that does not belong to you. Are you carrying something that doesn't belong to you? I gotta ask myself that. But every time I show up, I know I make sure that that's not a space that I'm in. That way I can be crystal clear to y'all. You hear me? For us. Are you carrying something that does not belong to you? Once you have written down your answers, ask yourself how you can implement change around your relationship with responsibility in your life today. You hear me? What has your life been calling you to do? Where you at with it? You heard? Review our responsibilities. I like that. That concludes the message for today. It's springtime, family. It's springtime, you hear me? So plant some seeds. Plant some seeds. Whether it's a verbal seed or a physical seed. Plant some seeds, man. Plant some seeds. You hear me? We're gonna do a thumbs up. We're gonna do the same thumb that it take to like the video. We're gonna use the thumb for the comment section. And I wish they had a green thumb, but since they don't, we're just gonna put whatever thumb you want to put in. But I wish they had a green thumb, cause it's springtime. You hear me? Wherever we plant seeds at, however we plant seeds, we need them to grow. You hear me? So we're gonna put a thumb in the comment section, and before you leave out, if you ain't did it on your way coming in, like the video. I appreciate it. It's free. You hear me? Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness, abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. Remember, the raffle submission for this video is the thumbs up, and like the video on your way out. Feel good for no reason at all. Feeling good is your God right. You hear me? So to the goddesses and God and gods, you know, to the priests and priestesses, to the star seeds and ascended ones, so chosen ones, however you see yourself, you hear me? See yourself in all that you are, and go beyond that measure and be that. You hear me? My name is Sawu. Love y'all, family. One.